I found a '57 Chevrolet Wagon online that I think will be a perfect match for you. Now, you know your buddy is tough. You've been with him long enough. I've got to find a car, match a car, get it down to Miami, and make him happy. If I don't match you perfectly, I'll probably never see you again. This is not going to be an easy task for me. As a matter of fact, it's crazy. I do crazy real well.
I got a phone in my car and I'm on the run. I know what it takes to be #1, and I'll be riding high when the day is done. I'm just out here having fun.
I've been buying, selling, and trading classic cars for 40 years. I work here with my beautiful wife, Robin, and we have a great team. Some people call it work, but for us, it's a whole lot more. I'm Ted Vernon, and this is my place, South Beach Classics.
Yeah.
You must be Joe.
Ted?
Vernon. Yes, sir. How
Ted,
you doing?
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I came to Maryland to buy cars, especially a '57 Chevy Wagon. Got a guy that wants it, but it has to be a certain way. And he's got a guitar that he wants the color of the car to match perfectly.
The inquiry was somebody that lived in Florida and said he was flying up here. He had some other business in the area, but in his voice, it sounded like he was pretty serious about wanting a '57 Chevy.
This is your baby, huh?
Yeah, this is Sally from the song, Lay Down Sally. I know, this is Lay Down. Yeah. Well, this car was originally owned by my grandfather, and I've had it in a barn, a shed, and then finally in a storage room to keep it out of the weather. But now I'm trying to get married. It's a way for me to get married. So I'm gonna let Sally go to somebody who can really fix it up and enjoy her so I can marry my fiance.
Got a good body on her. It's got an updated engine.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So the original engine's gone.
Yes, It's a small block Chevy that was put in the late 80s.
And it runs.
Yes, it runs great. It has some body issues.
The car's a lot better than I expected it to be. I'm not worried about it at all. I was before seeing it. It's a great car. It's got very little body rot. This will be a nice car. It's got good floorboards.
Yes, solid.
Yeah.
A lot of the boxes inside are interior parts that I've been getting
These
for the
new
internet.
parts or used parts?
These are new parts.
So they're new old stock.
Yes. He asked what a lot of the stuff was in the back, and I told him most of it was interior, a couple exterior parts.
Having all those extra parts makes me more excited, less for me to buy. I like it. Now what are we going to do about selling it to me?
I've advertised this for $8,000. I was thinking bottom line of $3,500, but after meeting him and finding that he is a serious businessman, my bottom line is going to be $5,000. I think he's got it, and I think the car is definitely going to be worth it.
I'm impressed with the car. The price is great, but that's not my job. My job is to buy it at a much better price, which I'm going to do. I want to buy the car.
I want you to buy it.
You need the money for the wedding.
Yes, I do.
What do you want to do?
$8,000.
But this is not an $8,000 car. It ain't half that, in my opinion. I mean, everywhere you look has to be done. Every piece of chrome, everywhere you look.
So how far are we off?
We're off $6,000, bro. All right? There's $2,000. That's what I think the car's worth. I have to get this car ready within a couple months, so I don't have time to play. If it's not this car, I'm probably not gonna have a window to get the deal done.
Well, I can work it with 6.
But I can't.
Okay. It's not going to do me any good to get to because I won't be able to do what I want to do.
I sympathize with your situation. If I went to 3, would that work?
I need to have this wedding happen, so 35. Come on. Do it as a gesture to love. Now, let me finish.
What's love got to do with it?
I guarantee you in the future, you're going to need karma. You're going to need her somewhere along the line, and she'll be there. I guarantee that. If you don't get it by the time you're on your deathbed, call me. I'll come and give you the money back. 35.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I was really happy with this deal. She's going to be restored like she should. The wedding's going to happen. I'm happy with the price.
He was a lot tougher than I expected. I thought I could buy the car for $2,000, but at $3,500, I'm thrilled. It's a great car for the money. I'm going to do this whole car from top to bottom. It's going to be a different color. I've got actually a guitar that I have to match the color perfectly with the guitar. And that's why I'm going to do it up here. I'm going to go to Complete.
Complete auto body in Waldorf?
Right, and I'm not shipping it to Florida until it's done. First thing I have to do is get this over to Complete Auto Body so that Cliff and his guys can get on the car. He promises me he'll do it right away. I'll probably wind up doubling my money on the car. I think the car is going to do 35 grand. I think after all is said and done, I'll have 15, 18 in it with the purchase. So it's a win-win.
What the hell? What are you doing here?
Hey, brother, how you doing,
Oh,
man?
far away from home, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I got a twofold purpose for this trip.
Uh-oh.
First of all, I wanted to get some crabs with you.
We can make that happen.
Well, Maryland, you better.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, I just bought a 57 Chevy Wagon that needs restoration, and I really don't want to bring it home undone. I want to bring it home done.
Okay.
And I know I trust you to do it. It's a little bit of a weird deal. It's for a musician friend of mine. I've got his guitar here. He wants the car to match his guitar. A perfect match.
He wants a classic car to match his guitar.
Absolutely. I brought the guitar. I want to show you the guitar. I want to match it up.
I've got some really cool technology for color match. If you've got it, I can match it. I can match your shirt if I have to.
I'm on. Let's do this.
Okay. You want to take a look around?
I sure do.
I got a really neat lot of this. Go take a look. I'm glad you came to town, man.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I'll feed you. Let me show you some stuff I got here, though. Remember I told you how we work on late model cars, but our passion's old cars, muscle cars, hot rods, stuff like this? These are some of the cars that my employees have. This is one of 1,000 in 1976.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. They
Great
did a
car.
reproduction for the TV show.
How much is this?
It's not for sale. Sorry to say.
You tell me I work on late model cars, and look at all this great stuff. Is this car a car I can buy?
This one's been around since 1928 in the same family. We built this here.
I would
This is
buy
the owner,
this car.
John. Ted Vernon.
Hey, John,
Ted,
nice to
John.
meet you. Beautiful car. I think this should go to Florida with me.
I'm sorry, the car's not for sale.
Really, not for sale.
Not for sale.
Beautiful car.
Thank you.
This one was done by another employee. John
I
did the paintwork on
Get
it.
excited about it? Who's this? Is it yours?
This one belongs to Mike. Mike did this work himself.
Hey,
John
how you
helped
doing,
him.
Mike, how you doing?
Mike Monero.
Hey, Mike, I'm really glad to see this. I'm here to buy cars. It's a 396?
It is a 396. It's a Malibu, but it's got a 396 in it, a 68 396.
There's got to be a nice $35,000 price tag on this car. 40?
I'm not going to sell it, sir. I appreciate it, but it's not for sale. Thank you.
The Vernon family is starving in Maryland. I'm dying here.
Sorry about
Let's
the strikeout, but let's go get something to eat.
go. Yeah, I think you had something to do with it. That's what I think. You show me every car in the state that's not for sale. Man, you've been holding out on me. I see all the late models, but you do classic cars too. How many a month?
Around 300 a month.
Well, I'm not worried anymore.
This is what you had delivered right here.
Yes, sir.
What's the story?
It's a 57 wagon. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to match the guitar color exactly to the car. It's got to be this color, perfect. Not 99%, not 98%. It's got to match perfect.
Okay. What I need to do is I need to scan it, come up with a formula for this car.
Cliff, you got to understand, the guy is a tough, tough client. And he said to me, if I can't match it 100%, there's no deal. So I'm risking the purchase of the car and the restoration on you matching it 100%.
I can guarantee you a color match. Do you want to see it right now?
I'd love to see it.
Okay. Hey, Jason, can you bring the Prophet over here? This is Jason with PPG.
Hi, Jason. How you doing?
Fine to meet you. This is my lead painter, Jason.
You're kidding around, right?
Jason and Jason.
Is that right? Well, let me tell you my situation. The guy's a player. He wants the car to match it 100%. If it doesn't match 100%, I do not have a deal, and I spent my money and spun my wheels.
That is the truth, and that is what we do for a living, and I hear that all the time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 5 different pictures, and we're gonna take it right around here so we can get a clear view of what's going on. After we take those 5 readings, we're gonna have a match that is perfect to what the customer wants. So Jason's gonna take the pictures here. Jason's taking 5 different readings of the guitar.
It's great. Am I confident? I would say this. Let's see how confident you are. If it don't match 100%, paint job's on you.
I'm delivering a freebie if it doesn't match.
100%.
Challenge accepted. If I deliver this and it matches, you and Robin take me and Laura out to dinner at Joe's Stone Crab.
That'd be my pleasure anyway.
Done deal.
You ready to buy some seafood, my friend?
I hope so.
A local gentleman rolled in a 69 Ford Mustang. It's got the Boss emblems on it. I'm gonna go check it out and see what it is and if I can get a deal done. Hi,
Hey,
how are
Robin.
you? Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, how are you?
Good, good, good.
I have this 69 Mustang that I was going to restore, but I have a 5 kids. 2 of them are in college. 1 just started. My daughter and son are in college, and I've got all these expenses, and I just don't have the time to restore it. The interior's in pretty good shape. It's been sitting in a carport next to my house. I had a Porsche that I restored. I just sold that, and now I want to get rid of this. And I figured that you'd be the best person to give me a good deal.
He's a great guy. I've helped him in the past, so I think that's why he's back here to do business, and I want to treat him fairly. It seems like a solid car. I can tell by now by looking at him just from a distance. Let me just do the VIN breakdown really quick. What's it powered with? Want to pop the hood and see what it's powered with? I've been in the car business for 17 years, and I think the best way to just check it out is compare the engine with the VIN number and do a VIN breakdown. You can tell if it's got a 302, which is what the Boss in 1969 was born with. If it were a Boss, it would be powered with the 302 V8, so it's been changed out somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
So where are we at in price?
I was hoping to get $5,000. I think with the car properly restored, it's worth $14,000 to $16,000. I don't have the time or the money to spend on it right now.
Well, it's definitely not a Boss motor, so it just has the added emblems, which is like an added effect of, let's say, $100 and some paint work and some stickers.
You know, I really wasn't sure if it was a Boss, and I was just thinking, got my fingers crossed that maybe I scored.
And I didn't expect it to be a Boss with the price you gave me, but it would have been a bonus, just like you said. But you know, I'd like to start at $4,000 in the negotiation and see where you'll take it.
Geez, I was hoping for more. You know, I've had it for 10 years, and I really would like to move it up. I mean, if you could do 47, 48, 40.
You know, and I'll be easy on you just because it's hot out here. And I like you, and I enjoy doing business with you. I'll go to 47.
I guess I'll take the 47. I know that you're going to make the car the way I envisioned it to be, and I am kind of emotionally involved with it. That's kind of more important because I kind of love this car, but I just need to do it right now. So that'll be great.
I totally understand, and thank you so much for the opportunity. Come back in 2 weeks and you'll see the interior done, you'll see the engine detailed, you see the paint the way it should be, and maybe we'll take it for a spin.
I think it's a great deal. I didn't put a lot of money in the car, and I'm really happy.
I have the deal done. It's a little more work. It's not too much. I've already got the other location set up to do a bunch of cars. It's a solid canvas car. I'm not doing a frame-off restoration. I'm gonna throw some paint on it, do some interior work, but I'm super excited. It'll put a nice piece of inventory in the lot with enough profit for us all.
Robin has a lot of restoration things going on. You know, she picked this orange 1969 Mustang she just got. You know, in the next 2 weeks, we got a few challenges we got to get taken care of. Paint, of course, but there's some dings that have to be taken care of. The hood needs to be aligned. I believe it was originally an orange color. I believe she's going to end up painting it the same way. I don't know if she'll put all the extra racing stripes and stuff on there, but there's certain cars you can spend money on and make money on. Mustangs are usually pretty good, but once you paint them, you know, you spend a little bit more on them, and they're worth a lot more. Ted doesn't like restoring cars, Robin does. It's not really restoration, but a paint job goes a long way. Robin's done it plenty of times, you know, restoring stuff. She's really meticulous, so even though we don't have all the new tools and technology that, you know, a lot of people have, she's really good at it, and hopefully we'll get it done within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
You know, the color matching on these restorations, Robin is doing the Mustang and Cliff is doing the 57 Chevy Wagon to match the guitar. I feel very confident that Cliff will match the car properly. Robin's progress on that Mustang isn't really doing very well. She's working a lot. The color really isn't quite what they expected it to be.
We've been working on this 1969 Ford Mustang project. We've already been into it for about 2 weeks. The color matching is a lot more difficult than what we thought. We're trying to get it done as fast as possible. We have a buyer interested in it, and you know, it's giving us a lot of issues.
Robin and Marcus are doing the color match using the old chart method, which is close, but not close enough. It's not going well.
I prefer doing color matching with the little templates. I see that it works a lot better and gets a lot closer to the original color.
The color's aged, and colors change it. And the sun and everything else changes it. So she's having a real hard time trying to match it with a chip. It isn't happening.
Robin's been working very hard on this car. You know, she's been working crazy hours over there. She's been staying there very late and trying to get things done on the car. And she really doesn't like missing deadlines. But if we can't get that matching done on that color, we're gonna miss it.
To do restoration the right way, you have to have the tools to do it. Cliff has the tools.
I want all the chrome polished up so when he comes out here, it's all shining. What do you think?
What happened to the car I gave you? This ain't it.
So what Todd and his team could do with it.
My God.
How you like it?
I'm blown away. It's great. I like the little touch. You color-coded the...
Redid that. We put a new aftermarket radiator, trans cooler in it. We took the old 3 on the tree out, put a power glide in it, because old guys like yourself, you need to make sure you can drive it with automatic. Can't handle that 3 on the tree. So we cleaned up everything. I think it turned out well. We want to make sure that it's a drivable car, not something that's going to be sitting on the side of the road for you.
I tell you guys, it ain't the same car.
Same car.
I think you fooled me.
I think Ted came out to look at the car and we took his breath away.
I think he really liked the underside of the hood, some of the detail we put in there, the matching of the air cleaner.
Ted doesn't know technology, so I had to satisfy Ted with some pretty. So we color coordinated the air cleaner and we cleaned up the engine compartment and put aluminum valve covers and pretty aluminum radiator in there, but that's what Ted wants. Ted wants to be able to sell the car and he wants the car to be pretty. I thought being in South Florida down here around the beach, you'd enjoy this. We color coded a surfboard for it.
Wow. That's too cool.
We wanted to make something else match it, something that would color coordinate, so we matched the surfboard to the car, and I think Ted loved it. I don't see Ted surfing, but it's a good accessory.
The way you laid the paint on here is just amazing.
We did 3 complete coats to get the depth of the color, and then we topped it with 3 coats of clear.
It's amazing work.
Do you like the wheels?
I wanted to keep the wheel to somewhat of a time era wheel with the big white gangster white wall. He wanted to switch to maybe an aftermarket style wheel.
We ended up using the wheels that came on the car, taking them off, painting them, polishing the chrome on them. They came out pretty good. Todd was right. Look at this. We took the dash apart, painted all the cluster, reconditioned the steering wheel, painted the dash to match the outside of the car.
You did this over, didn't you?
All that's redone.
I'll tell you something, honestly, it's amazing. It's amazing.
He got inside the car. He really liked the detail in the dash, the steering wheel, and the column. I think he was pleased with the interior the most when he looked at the vehicle.
You ready for the moment of truth? I'm gonna call Marcus to come out with the guitar. Let's see if it matches.
I have no doubt that it's gonna match.
If things work out, and I think they will, I owe Cliff and Laura dinner. I hope I have to pay.
Hello, Marcus.
What's going on, Cliff?
Look at this.
Looks like it matches.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think I owe you some money.
100%.
I think you owe me some money and a dinner.
This is just
That's amazing.
as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's great. You did it.
He brought the guitar out. I couldn't have been happier that it matched perfectly.
The deadline was really nerve-wracking, but at the last minute, it all pulled together. If I were here when Ted was selling the car, I'd bid against the guy for the car. I love the car. It came out great.
Your owner's gonna be happy with his 57 Chevy. I can't wait to deliver the car and the guitar to my client. This is gonna be fun.
Teddy,
Scotty, how you doing, man?
how'd it turn out? I told you.
If you don't like it, you don't own it.
I was very specific on what I needed. I needed that color to match the guitar exactly, and I'm here to find out if it does.
So what do you think?
Wow.
Wow works for me, too.
The car is perfect. It's beautiful. It's in showroom condition. Looks like it's never been driven. He did some great work. I can't believe it.
The car's done so right. He's just wowed.
The color is great. The car is perfect, but I don't even know if it matches. I got to see them side by side to make sure. I think we're more than satisfied. It's perfect. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable, man. I can't believe what you did. Awesome job, bro.
You're happy?
Yeah.
It's great. Come finish paying me.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
I really couldn't be happier. To give your money to someone and trust them with something so much and then have someone deliver, it's really special.
The car was perfect. Everything matched up. He had nothing to say but thank you. Great.
When Ted brought this car up to me, the first thing I thought of was this thing's really rough and it's a long way to go in a short time to get there. Never concerned about whether you could get the car right. We have the right staff there to get it done. We got all the technology to get it done. They enjoyed the process of doing the car. What they didn't like was the time constraints. Getting it there in that short period of time was tough.
My understanding from what I heard from Ted, it was a really, really bad car, and they did a really good job on it. A really nice car, a really nice paint job. It's beautiful. I didn't think they were gonna finish it on time. I didn't even think they were gonna be close to it.
What really makes me nervous is when the parts aren't there or someone has shipped the wrong part for the car, something like that. And in this process, you're always only going to be as good as the suppliers you have to supply in the parts for the car and the employees you have to put them on the car. It's a good team. And they made sure the color matched, made sure the interior was in it right, they made sure the chrome was back on the car correctly. We do a lot of late model cars, and you know, they come and go. It's a fender bender here, a rear bumper there. But this one, we had some pride and ownership. Everyone knew there was a deadline, everyone knew what we had to get done, and they all paid attention to the details.
I paid $35 for the car, another 21 grand to Cliff. It puts me in there for under a quarter, and I get 35,000 back. If you do that every day, you make a good living.
The paintwork that was done on this car with the new methods, I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it did, especially when you're matching it with a guitar. It's an amazing, amazing job.
The deal's a win-win. It got restored the right way, no stories. I owe Cliff and Laura dinner.
I never doubted Ted would be buying dinner when we were done. The car matches the guitar, and I've snuck some people in on the dinner check.
You know, this is basically old school versus new school with the computer matching and the paint chip matching. In this particular case, new school wins.
Ted might actually be right for the first time.
My job is done. Did the deal, got the car fixed, didn't get dirty. I'm cleared, paid, and done. I'm out. I'm happy. Robin and Marcus are still working on the Mustang, getting dirty. They'll get it done.
When you're restoring cars, you find a lot of hidden problems. We try restoring cars here with Robin all the time, and sometimes it takes a lot longer than we expect. Hopefully we'll get it done on time. We're working on it. It's being handled. Well, I went over to the other location to go look for Robin. It's very late, but when I got there, she wasn't there. Maybe she got too tired and finally went home. I mean, she's been working really, really long hours. With all the work that she's putting in there, and you know, she's a lady by herself in that area at the middle of the night. It's difficult, so I went to go check on her. She wasn't there, so hopefully she went home and, you know, she got the rest that she needed.